Good afternoon, everybody, and on behalf of Manx Telecom, firstly, we're delighted to be gold sponsors today of this inaugural event. For those of you not familiar with the Isle of Man, I thought it better that I explain something to you about Manx Telecom. You've probably never heard of them before. Let me see if I can correct that for you. We're an old company. We're 140 years old now, been around a while. Started off in telegraphy, obviously, the good old telegram. We moved through, as BT did, was formerly owned by the GPO, the General Post Office. That got disbanded. We were actually owned by British Telecom way up until 2001 when we were acquired by Telefonica. Today, we're owned by a private equity company called HG Capital. And to show our commitment to the Isle of Man, we've invested over 120 million pounds in the last 10 years into the telephony infrastructure and technology infrastructure on the island. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey from telephony into technology. Telephony has moved. It's a different animal than what it used to be. And we've had to make sure that we've moved with the times. One of the big moments was broadband services introduced in 2001. And live 3G services in 2001 for live 3G services. We've also underpinned our technical expertise with accreditations, ISO 27001, that is the benchmark for internet security. PCI data center compliance, what does that mean? That's payment card industry. We handle live payments daily, and I will come to that shortly. In 2013, this year, we completed our next generation network, a huge investment for us, £30 million across the island. And I'm very delighted to announce that next month, in January 2014, our new data center will come online. We've also planning to launch 4G next year. We've signed a partnership agreement with Huawei, and that's for £10 million. We will have 4G on the Isle of Man by the middle of next year. But the cornerstone of technology has been our data hosting business. We have 2 live data centers. One is a Tier 3 facility. That means it's fully resilient. It's built not to fail. The new investment that I just spoke about, that's £10 million into a 520 rack facility. It will be built in phases, and we'll have 100 racks ready, as I said, next January. We offer all of the products that you would expect: fully managed services, public and private clouds, and a co-location service. That's really a real estate offering. We invest in our people. We have the best engineers on the island. They're working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And among them, they hold over 100 technical accreditations because we have to keep pace with technology, and I'm constantly investing in that training. Now, the watchword at the moment is big data, and just so you understand what Manx Telecom supports within its data centres on the island, well, we're covering $10 billion daily of payment transactions. So while I'm talking to you here, and as long as Courtney doesn't throw me out before the 10 minutes is up, it's about £70 million while I'm talking will have been processed through servers on the Isle of Man here. We are very fortunate to host the largest online poker company in the world, and they informed us earlier this year that they'd just dealt their 100 billionth hand of online poker. They actually also have reached the landmark of 500,000 players concurrently playing online poker. Huge requirement. And we've realized that the big data, which I believe what I'm hearing today is where you people are going to need our assistance. It's okay having lots of data, but how do you analyze it? We've partnered with a company called Adiro. They have algorithms that will analyze that data, give you the information back that you need. This is all part of our product package. And I've specifically left the cloud till after big data because I think the cloud is where I need to talk to you people about. Those big numbers I gave you are established companies. They've been around for a long time. You're startups, some of you, or on that cycle where you're going to get to the point where you hope to be the large company. I certainly hope you will become large companies because it helps me as well. However, starting up is difficult. I've heard people talking about cash. They need investment. We have the cloud. Now, what we find is, and this big thing that everybody talks about, the cloud, that no one really understands actually, what does it mean? For me, it's simple in economic terms. You don't have to invest huge amounts of money into servers and all of that hardware that cost hundreds of thousands of pounds to set you up. The cloud is scalable. We have a pay-as-you-go model. You can go on the cloud. We can set you up in hours, days if it's a little bit more complicated. And what will it cost you? Depending on the size, anywhere between £1,000, £1,500 a month. You're not having to spend £150,000 on Cisco boxes. So, what's the challenge for Manx Telecom and the biomed sector? Well, you have your challenges, and I've put them up there, whatever area you're in. But it's about all of this data. The human genome, I'm told, is 32 billion lines of code. That's an awful lot of data, and the numbers here, I'm not going to go into them, they're just huge. They're enormous. However, you know, the first genome took 8 years and cost 8 billion to decode. In today's technologies, and we have these technologies, a couple of days, between $3,000 and $5,000. It's a whole different story. And finally, why Manx Telecom? Well, I've been over, you know, we are the largest telecommunications provider on the island. We have multiple exemplary off-island links. I look at it not that we link with the world links with us. It's that way round for me. The scalable cloud offerings, we can take a business at any time through its life cycle, and if the cloud is appropriate, we can put you straight onto it. We can also offer all of those other products. The additional facility will go live in 2014. It's a 3-phase program. We can accommodate up to 500 racks. That's currently larger than anything we've got on the island, by a long way. And lastly, security. Data must be kept securely, and we go all the way. We're very fortunately, we host the Isle of Man government, we look after the government. What does that mean? All of my engineers, including myself, have to be MOD security cleared. We don't employ anyone unless they pass those tests. So be assured that the secure element, whether it be people or systems, is in place. We're already supporting customers with big data requirements. And just one apology, our sales director should have been here today, Fergal McKenna. He couldn't be here. It's very interesting. He's in Oxford talking to a biomed company coming to the Isle of Man. So we're here to support you. We believe it's in our DNA.